Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up? I ain't realize I had put myself on screen. Hey, what's up? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Well, hello, V. Lenore. Thank you for joining the membership. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, welcome my girl V. Lenore to the membership. I think you were a member before. You probably renewing or something. I don't know. But welcome, 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 girl. Let me say hi to the people. What's up, Quake, Chuck? Miss Cruiser done dropped down today. Y'all know she ain't dropped down in a while. She been here, though. But she ain't dropped down in a while. What up, Sweet Pea? Mikeia, Auntie Eva, the informed. What's up, Just Sweet? Don't do that. I know I'll be running late sometime, but I don't be that late. 30 minutes, Chuck. I don't be now you sounding like Cajun. I don't be no 30 minutes late now. Don't do that. What's up, lovely Nola? Red beans and rice Mondays. Is that what it is? I don't do red beans and rice. I don't like beans. I don't like no kind of beans. Lima beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, baked beans. If it got a bean in it, I don't want it. Only thing is Boston baked beans. What's up, Nandy? Not just Sweet talking about my Christmas tree. Not y'all talking about my Christmas tree. What's up, KDK, Lock Queen? What's up, French Kiss? Hey, friend, listening from the clouds. Well, thank you for being in the clouds, listening, boo. Gossip in the garden. What's up, Cajun? And y'all know Cajun had himself a good birthday weekend, honey. What's up, Powerful C. Jones? What's up, Brandon? New Jones. Hey, what's up, El Michelle? Candy Love. We were over there talking about Raising Canaan a little while ago. Hey, DB. Miss Cookie, what's going on? Hey, Tracy. See y'all in July. Yes. Y'all get these tickets now. Y'all get these tickets. We're trying to sell like 10 more tickets. Oh, Lord. There go DB and Cajun in the chat. I ain't getting in that. What's up, Angela? I wasn't even 10 whole minutes late, Chuck. Talking about 30 minutes. What's up, little Miss Introvert? What's going on, Cindy? TR me, what's going on? All right. So, hey, y'all. Happy Monday. To all the New Yorkers / Knicks fans. I hope y'all have, partied yourselves and had a good time. I've been enjoying watching the festivities and enjoying the New Yorkers just really, really, really enjoy this. There's been some funny TikToks and stuff like that. Delusional Dallas Cowboy fans saying if they can win, then we next. I hate to be the one to tell y'all that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I even saw some Buffalo Bills fans, Sorry. Oh, I thought you said something about 30 minutes. Okay, I must have read it wrong. Powerful, yes, I know you happy, the New Yorker in you. Now listen, y'all, they finally got me over to the Discord. We were in the Discord. Oh, sorry. So we watched the game in the Discord. We had a good time. We definitely had a good time. We laughed, we joked, we debated. And the funny was we were actually watching both games because it was Lynx. No, not Lynx. Aces. Yeah, Lynx and the Aces game was on. So we were actually watching both games and talking about it. Hey, Cross Country Cruiser, what's up, boo? So we had a good time. We definitely had a good time. So there's that. I'm not gonna make y'all any promises about how often I'm gonna be in the Discord because I don't want to set myself up to lie. But I will make an effort. Okay. That's the best I got for y'all right now. Is that I will make an effort. I'm definitely going to set up the different streams in Discord for all the different trips that we have going on. Yeah. Oh, okay, Chuck. So I apologize to you, Chuck. Found out Really B hates MJ. It broke my heart. Yeah, I'm definitely not a Michael Jordan fan. Absolutely not. I think Michael Jordan is an asshole. I don't take nothing away from his talent and the things that he did that he has done, but absolutely not. Yeah, we had a good old debate about Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas and the Dream Team. It was a good conversation though. It was a good conversation. And it was so funny. T was funny because T was the voice of reason, right? We had these emotional New York fans in there that were just like everything. Oh, that wasn't a foul. Oh, the refs are cheating. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And T would be like, well, he did push off. Well, that is a foul. Like it's like she was the voice of reason. It was funny. It was the voice of reason. Powerful. I just started the Discord. Actually, Tracy set the Discord up probably maybe 4 or 5 months ago. Tracy set the Discord up, and I was like, Tracy, I can't right now. It's too much. I'm overwhelmed. I just can't do it. But it was set up, and we did a dry run with me streaming the game, and we did what we did. We watched the game, so we had a good time. I think we may do some black movies over the summer. Some of these movies that'll get y'all black card revoked because some of y'all have not seen the movies that y'all need to see. So we may do some black movie summer series or something. I don't know. We may have to. Yeah, so it was fun. The Discord, we'll drop the Discord link. Somebody will drop it. Ooh, Claudine is a good one. Because I haven't watched Claudine in a long time myself. It would probably be like, obviously there's certain parts I remember, but I don't remember every little part of Claudine. So Claudine would be a good one. Well, how do you feel about LeBron? I witnessed his assholery firsthand. So here's what I'm going to say about LeBron. I'm up and down about LeBron. I honestly, for a very long time, I felt the exact same way about LeBron. For a very long time. Recently, I've respected a lot of business things he's done, a lot of philanthropic things that he's done. So that's made me sort of look at him a little differently. I still think, though, that LeBron, maybe we'll find out later on that LeBron is just as big of an asshole as Michael Jordan is, but I don't feel like he is. I definitely feel like he's got some ways about him. Don't get me wrong. I definitely feel like he got some ways about him. But I've never been a LeBron fan. I'm not a LeBron fan. If y'all have like one thing about me, I feel like and I feel like I subconsciously do it. I feel like I just go in the opposite direction of the direction everybody else is going in. And I don't even do it consciously. Like I don't consciously say, oh, I'm going to hate Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan is the best player in the NFL, in the NBA. Like, I don't think I consciously do it, but I feel like that's where I end up. I just feel like I always end up on the opposite side, and that's just, I'm going to tell you where LeBron really lost me was when he did the decision. I was like, yeah, I'm good on this. So MJ only made $95 million. His billionaire status is because of his business ventures. Yeah. You must be talking to somebody in the chat. You haven't seen, okay, Love Jones is definitely on the list. No, the Discord is free. It's just an app. You just got to download the app. This is like Instagram. You got to download the app and you just need the link to my Discord. It's free. I'm not charging nobody for Discord. It's free. And the thing is, y'all don't need me. Like, y'all can go into the Discord and talk and laugh and all that kind of stuff. Really, be we're gonna fight after I bite you in the mouth. Child. The Knicks owe Jack Nicholson a ring for the years he watched them lose. You mean Spike Lee? Because Jack Nicholson is a Lakers fan. You must mean Spike Lee. I was reading an article where John Starks and Patrick Ewing are eligible to get a ring. The team would have to make a decision because they currently work for the organization. They're eligible to get a ring, and I think the Knicks should do it. I think the Knicks should absolutely get Patrick Ewing and John Starks a ring. Although a lot of people be hating on John Starks, but it is what it is. And I also feel like there's a way they need to get Spike Lee a ring. Like, I absolutely agree. I absolutely feel like Spike Lee deserves a ring. They said that man has spent, in all the years that he has bought season tickets, he has spent, I think they said something like close to $10 million for those tickets that he gets. And the thing is, he said that he chooses to buy his tickets because if you sit on Celebrity Row, there are rules. Like when you see all those celebrities sit during the game, like where Taylor Swift was and Fat Joe and stuff, there are rules you have to follow if you're sitting in those seats because they're free. Celebrities get those seats for free, but they have to smile and it's certain things that they have to do, right? Spike Lee was like, no, I want to be able to get up. I want to be able to cuss at the refs. I want to be able to be mad. I want to, he's like, I want to be able to enjoy the game. I don't want to have to follow these rules. So he pays out of his pocket. He pays out of his pocket for those tickets because he was like, I don't want to follow no rules. I want to be able to do what I do with my team, and I can respect it. And no way they won't give them both a ring. Jalen is going to make it happen. Yeah, I definitely think Patrick Ewing is getting a ring. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. Be mic'd up, be on the cameras. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Kim says, get a ring for going to a game he wanted to go to. You don't understand, Kim. You do not understand. It's not just going to a game that he wants to go to. It is his undying loyalty to the Knicks for his entire life. Like the fact that Spike Lee was actually at the last time they won a championship in 1974, I think it was. And the first year he bought season tickets was Patrick Ewing's rookie year. And of course, they were like nosebleed season tickets. And every year, as he made more money, he bought the better seats and the better seats and the better seats. And the fact that for the last 20, 25 years that he has been there, win, lose, or draw, sleet and snow, 1973. Thank you. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. I get it. And he deserves a ring. Like, he has just been a diehard. Like, when you think of New York Knicks, there's no way you don't think of Spike Lee. Just like with Jack Nicholson. When you think of the LA Lakers, you think of Jack Nicholson. Like, it's just, I'm sorry. Like, he is a fan epitomized. And he always reps them. Whether they are the worst team in the league or the best team in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, he reps the Knicks. I'm sorry. I think he deserves a ring. I think he deserves a ring. But anyway. The parade is Thursday. Hey, Kenneth, what's up, boo? The parade is Thursday. So, all right, let's get into some of these things. Thanks, K-Fit. If you in the bushes, thank you, boo. I see you shared me out. Thank you. Let me say this. I lost what I listen. I lost my train of thought. I forgot what the hell I was just getting ready to say. Damn, what was I getting ready to say? Oh well, let's get into these stories, child, because I don't forgot what the hell I was getting ready to say. I felt like I was getting ready to say something and it's gone. I lost it. It was, yeah, this my brain. You know what? I haven't been taking my vitamins. I think that's what it is. I haven't been taking my vitamins because when I say my brain fog has really been tripping these last couple of days, but I have not been taking my is it echinacea? Echinacea. I have not been taking my echinacea, and I have not been taking like my magnesium. Like I have not been taking my vitamins. I'm getting back on track today, though. I'm getting back on track today, but maybe that's what it is. Because baby, when I say this brain fog has been tripping, this brain fog has been tripping. I don't have nothing to say about the Michelle Obama situation. Let me say this as it relates to that. I don't have anything to say about it. Oh, not echinacea, ashwagandha. That's it. The ashwagandha. Thank you, Quake. That's what it is. I don't know. I don't have an opinion about the Michelle Obama of it all. Just like I don't have an opinion about the desecration that took place at the White House this weekend. Like, what do we expect? I refuse to give a man whose name I don't even know that much attention. Like, okay, you think Michelle Obama's a man. Okay, great. Now what? Okay. I mean, what do you want? You know what I mean? Like, people are like, she needs to say something. What should she say? I'm not a man. That was racist. Y'all, they want us to respond so bad. They want us to give them something so bad. And when I say I am so proud of us on a whole, that we have that everything that they doing to rage bait us and to get us to act up so they can make all the excuses that they want to do whatever it is that they want to do. I'm loving the fact that we are holding it down and we're like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, they're playing with real people and real people's lives, but they thought we was gonna riot down there in South Carolina after the Asian man was found not guilty. Now they did tear that man's store up. Now they did do that. They tore that store up, but they did not riot. You know what I mean? They did not flip cars and burn. Now they did tear that. They tore that store up. The same thing last week in Texas with Carmelo Anthony. Like, y'all keep waiting. Y'all are waiting for us. And you know, don't get me wrong. You know, it is summertime, and you know that's when these things tend to happen in the heat and all of that. But y'all want us to react so bad. Y'all want us to give y'all something so bad, and it's like at the end of the day, all we can do is keep living our best life. I was looking at a clip today with this woman who voted for Trump 3 times, and she complaining about the grocery prices. Figure it out, like the rest of us are. I don't know what to tell you. You know, so there's also a boycott in South Carolina. Right, that's what's more effective. Thank you, El Michelle. That's what's more effective. I think the people that are winning in all this are Black nail techs and Black beauty supply stores, because now people are like, you know what, we need to stop giving them our business, which I've been telling y'all for years. We need to stop giving them their business. Now I'm guilty. Y'all know that I have a Black nail tech, but if she can't take me and I need to get my nails done, I will go and get my nails done. But she's my first stop. She just stay booked and busy. I need to find me a backup. That's what I need to do. But I think that's what we need to channel ourselves in those spaces. Like, every time they do something that disrespects us, we need to hit them. And the only place that they care about is their money. That's it. That's all. They don't care that our feelings are hurt. They don't care. They don't care about us protesting. Like, they don't care about none of that shit. But what they do care about is the bottom line. What they do care about is their money. You know, I see where John Legend is doing a partnership with Target. I see where Jay-Z is doing a partnership with Target. So it's like, we can't stick together for shit. That's why they ain't scared of us. Because they know that in a couple of weeks, we're going to forget, we're going to move on, and we're going to be right back going to the nail salon, going to the beauty supply store, going to the carry out. Like, they know that in a few months, we'll be back. They just got to wait us out. So as far as Michelle Obama is concerned, I do not think she needs to say anything. Why? Why are we even going to dignify a response to somebody who... Do y'all even know that man's name? I don't even know that man's name. Like, I saw the clip just like everybody else. I didn't commit his name. I don't even know that man's name. I agree. We need to stop eating at Chick-fil-A, and I'm guilty. I am guilty. Now, I don't eat at Chick-fil-A often, but I'm guilty. I have. I'm guilty. I haven't been back to Target either. So it's the same thing with this USC fight. I was looking at Partner Interruption. For those of you that don't know what Partner Interruption is a 30-minute sports show that comes on ESPN with Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilburn. They've been doing the show for probably 30 years. I know they've been doing it a long time, and they both used to write for the Washington Post, for the sports page in the Washington Post, and they do a really good job of doing like a rundown on the top like sporting events of the weekend. And I just got finished watching it, and I want to give a shout out to them. They didn't talk about the fight, the USC fight at all. They didn't address it. They didn't talk about it. It was not a blurb on their show. They talked about Stanley Cup, and they talked about obviously the Knicks, and they talked about the Spurs, and how do they recover from this, and they talked about other things, but they did not talk about what happened on the White House lawn. And I feel like that's the kind of stuff we have to do. Like, fucking stop talking about it. I am guilty with Amazon too, Villanova. I'm not gonna tell y'all no lies. I'm absolutely guilty with Amazon. Now that I am. That I am. For all the ladies who want to impress your man or woman with sports talk, watch Partner Interruption each day at 5:30. Right. Watch it every day. It's just 30 minutes, and baby, they give you the down and dirty. They give you the down and dirty. You can talk that talk. You can talk that talk to your man or your woman. You can talk that talk. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong to y'all me. So yeah, as far as that's concerned, I just don't. I keep telling y'all I don't have the bandwidth for certain things, and that's one of the things I just don't. I don't have the bandwidth for it, and I'm not. I'm just not. I live right here in the city. That whole situation was happening. I don't know nothing about it. I didn't watch it. I don't care about it. I'm not going to give it the energy. What I love, let me tell y'all what I love. I love watching, like Midas Touch and stuff like that talks about the things that are happening. Look, here go Ravine. Here come Ravine all late and stuff. Go on and rep your team, girl. Rep your team, Ray. I love hearing about his meltdowns when he doesn't get the attention that he wants. They said he had a whole tantrum Saturday night because everything, or Sunday night, whatever the shit happened. See, I don't even know what happened because everything went so bad. It was a rain delay. The fireworks didn't even go off until 1:18 in the morning. And guess what? He still lit them damn fireworks at 1:18 in the morning. Like, people didn't have to get up and go to work. Like, people weren't asleep. Like, people don't live in downtown DC and probably woke up thinking, what the hell is going on? He still shot off them damn fireworks. There were planes stuck on the tarmac for 3 hours waiting for him to clear the airspace because they had the airspace shut down so he could do his fireworks and shit. Like, but nobody cared. Nobody cared. And he threw a whole tantrum. That's the shit that I like to watch. He really gets mad. I mean, there's not a noise ordinance for the president of the United States. I mean, yes, there's a noise ordinance, but for the president of the United States, no. Who he gonna complain? I mean, who gonna complain? Who they gonna complain to? Him? But no, there's definitely a noise ordinance. But I mean, who gonna tell him he can't do it? Anyway, let's get into some of these other things, honey. We got other stuff to talk about. Fuck him. Let's get into some other things. Okay. So let's talk about it. I was going to talk about this last week. I mean, FIFA has already started, but people who own Airbnbs are complaining because they said that the cash infusion that they thought they were going to get from these Airbnbs, you know, for the FIFA, the cities where they're hosting FIFA, they really thought they was about to make a whole lot of money, and they're not making the money they thought they were going to make. And let me say this, I watched a couple of like videos about this and read an article about it. Here's what I'm going to say. Y'all got greedy. This one guy was talking about how his Airbnb is sitting empty, and yeah, he went up on the price a little bit, you know, but he was just disappointed because they promised that it was going to be this big infusion of cash, and people just aren't getting Airbnbs. Let me explain something to Airbnb owners. The reason why Airbnbs were popular or are popular, or Airbnbs, VRBO, all of those things. The reason why they're popular is because when people move in groups, it's cheaper to get a house rather than get 5 or 6 different hotel rooms. You can go to the grocery store, you can have your food there, y'all can all be together in community. When Airbnbs start to become more expensive than hotels, guess what people are going to start doing? They're just going to fucking go back to the hotels. And this particular article that I read, this video that I saw, this guy, when he said, oh, I went up a little bit on the price, come to find out he tripled his price. So you didn't go up a little bit, you tripled your price, and you thought you were going to get it. So you priced yourself out. It's not that people aren't getting Airbnbs, it's that people aren't getting your Airbnb. And I feel like when I'm reading this article, I feel like that's what a lot of these people did. I feel like a lot of these people priced themselves out because they really went up on the prices thinking, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You know, right. Once upon a time, Airbnbs were cheaper. But by the time you rent the Airbnb and you pay the cleaning fee, and then they want you to clean before you leave and all that stuff, it's not cheaper. Because you know what I can do when I go to a hotel room? I can leave that hotel room however the fuck I choose to leave that hotel room. And it's not going to change the price of that hotel. I'm not saying trash it. But when I say we leave the towels on the bed, we don't have to worry about making the bed. We don't have to strip the linen. We don't have to pull the trash cans and throw the trash away. And then you want us to do all of that, and then you still are going to charge me a cleaning fee. Right, Cruiser. Hell, half the hotels you go to, you got free breakfast anyway. So you don't have to worry about that meal. And depending on where you're going and why you're going there, you're going to eat out anyway. Maybe not every single meal, but you're going to eat out anyway. So, I'm going to just say this to all of the Airbnb people. They had this one lady on one of the videos I saw. This lady has like 30 properties in the Atlanta area. She's got 30 properties, and she's only, for FIFA, she was only renting out like 10 out of her 30 properties. And again, I just wonder, like, I feel like there are other elements that are involved in this. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think that the ticket sales aren't what they thought they were going to be either for FIFA. Like, I think had we had a different president, I think FIFA would look very different. If I'm being honest. FIFA would look very different if we had a different president. But the flip side of that is, y'all knew that 6 months ago that FIFA wasn't going to be what y'all thought it was going to be. They've been telling y'all that the ticket sales are slow and that people don't want to come into the country. They've been telling y'all that. Cruiser say exactly why I got to take everything off and put them nicely in the laundry room, but I pay a $400 cleaning fee. Right. Don't some hotel chains have a good occupant housekeeping incentive thingy? Oh, I don't know. I don't like Airbnbs because I just don't trust them for a security standpoint. I don't know where there may be cameras and all kinds of recording devices invade my privacy. I mean, that's valid. That's valid. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I used to be like when I used to always look for Airbnbs when I was like, oh, we're going so and so. Let's get an Airbnb so we can da 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 da. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even really look for Airbnbs anymore. Like for Abby's birthday, we're doing an Airbnb because we are specifically doing that for Abby's birthday. But just in general, just to be, you know, rolling around, you know, we're not a soccer country. Also, everything is spread out. Right. They were banking on people coming into the country. But when you literally have the president of the country saying, we're going to deport you, we're going to detain you, we're going to kick you out, like, why would you come? I mean, people are literally going to other countries. So people are saying the same thing about tickets for the LA Olympics. They are. Now, we were talking about going to the tribe was talking about going to the LA Olympics. Now, we really ain't talked about it lately, but we were kind of beating that. I think I know why we stopped talking about it. But anyway, Mexico is a cheaper place to go. Yeah. All right, we have a shit we did not ask for. Now, technically, we've talked about this before, but we just have a little bit more to talk about. So, for those of you that are new here, I prefer VRBO over Airbnb, absolutely, and there is a difference. You're absolutely correct, Ms. Cruiser. It is, and the funny thing is, a lot of times they'll have the same houses, but the rules are different, and it is absolutely a different experience. I agree. Now this is a fuck around and find out. Again, we talked about this once before, but I see that there are more to add to it. So for those of you that are new here, the shit we did not ask for, a lot of times it's food or events or shows or movies or whatever. If you are a member here, you have your emoji that you could participate and say, yes, this is something you would like, or no, this is not something you would like. But for the people who are not members, you can still play. You can put a 1 in the chat if it's yes, it's something you asked for. A 2 in the chat if it's a no, it's not something you asked for. And a 3 in the chat if it's a hell no. Okay, what's up, Benji? So what we have here, we have these McCormick finishing salts. Okay, we've talked about this before, and I even ordered some. I have a cinnamon apple one that I add into my tea sometime. I ordered like 3, and I can't remember what the flavors are now. But we talked about this before. But I saw this one, and it's a whole lot more flavors. So I'm going to name the flavor, and y'all tell me if it's something y'all would try. So when it say a finishing salt, all of these aren't necessarily salts, but it's something like a finishing flavoring, right? So here's one, blueberry and lemon. Yeah, shut up, Cajun. I got mine. Shut up. A blueberry and lemon. Blueberry lemon. It's a finishing sugar. So I guess if you have like toast or I don't know what else you would put blueberry lemon on, maybe a fruit salad, maybe a smoothie. I don't know what you would do with it. I'm not a big lemon person, so I probably would pass on this because I'm just not a big lemon person. Okay, the next one is cinnamon roll. Now, I would absolutely order the cinnamon roll. I would absolutely order the cinnamon roll. I would absolutely order cinnamon roll. Sure would. And I would probably put it on like toast, like a bagel. Put it on a little bit of a bagel. Oh, Tracy said you could add it to a cocktail. Of course, Tracy would say that, but she's not wrong. She's not wrong. I could see adding these to cocktails or right, put it on the rim. That's true. This would be great for a rim drink. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Chocolate hazelnut. Now, I'm not a chocolate person, nor am I a hazelnut person. So this isn't something I would particularly order. But again, maybe an espresso martini. Again, I'm thinking of like toast, a bagel. Maybe put it on top of some French toast. Put it inside of a batter for some pancake batter. You know, chocolate hazelnut. I could see it. I can see it. These are all McCormick. Now they salted caramel. Salted caramel. Again, I could do a salted caramel. I could see this in a latte. All of the things we've already said. Okay. Strawberry. They just have a straight strawberry one. Again, all of the things. You want to have strawberry, French toast, fruit, like a fruit salad, oatmeal. I didn't think about oatmeal. Yes, oatmeal. That could be a good one for you. Got some plain oatmeal. You add a little bit of boop, boop, boop. Ice cream. Yeah. Put it on top of some ice cream. Okay. Y'all are being real. Vanilla cake. Now, I love vanilla. Y'all know I love all things vanilla. I got on vanilla now. I got on that fancy vanilla spray. Did somebody buy that for me or did I buy that for myself? Either way, I got on my vanilla now, honey. Cakes or mousse, okay. But this vanilla cake, I absolutely want it. Because I love vanilla. Yeah, I said that. I said that. I said sugar. I changed it to some of these are sugar. So that I just read are finishing sugars. These are the finishing salts. Zesty lemon. Now again, I told y'all I'm not a big lemon person, so for me, it would probably be a no. Yes, my Cancer sis, we love the vanilla. Now look at Chuck being nasty. Oh, now you know what? I could see that, T. Put the zesty lemon on top of some salmon. Now, I could do that. I could see that. I could do that. Fish. Okay, I could see it. All right, I'm with y'all on this. I could see that with the on top of some fish or some. I could see that. Brown butter. Again, I could see that. Brown butter. Put it on top of a good steak, honey. Yes, good steak. Yes. Do I like whipped frosting? I do. That's one of my problems that I love. I love cake. I love icing. That's one of my problems. Now, I'm not one of those people that can just eat straight icing. Like, it's too much to do it that way. But I definitely love like a good whipped icing. Absolutely. Biscuits. Yes. All right, the next one is a honey chipotle. Sweet potatoes. That's a good one. Cookie batter. Ribs. Okay, we got some chefs in this house. There's some chefs in this house. Look at y'all. Honey chipotle. Brown butter on top of baked goods like banana bread. Oh, yes. Yes, Tam. Chicken wings. Honey chipotle is good for the chicken wings. I could see that on some chicken wings. Now, here's a good one. Applewood smoked salt and bacon. Now, y'all tell me what y'all would do with that one. All my creative people in the chat. Look at T. Shut up, T. Y'all cut. Okay, see, y'all cutting up now. Tell me what y'all would do with that. Some Applewood smoked salt and bacon. Tell me what y'all would do with that one. Chicken is always a thing. Ribs. Oh, yeah. Smoked apple. Yeah. Any meat on the grill. Okay. Burgers, fish, chicken, eggs. That's interesting. I could see adding a little bit of something to some with an egg sandwich. I would probably, if I put this in my eggs, I would probably do like an egg sandwich, you know. Okay. Pasta. Oh, that's a good one, Chuck. Okay. Deviled eggs. Oh, wait a minute. This definitely would be good in some deviled eggs. Yes. Scallops. Look at y'all. Add it to your veggies on the grill. Yes. Okay. We almost done. We got 2 more. Ranch. I think we all know ranch automatically. I think we would think of some wings, child. Put that on some wings. Got some ranch for some wings. Brussels sprouts. That would be great on some Brussels sprouts. That apple, that smoked apple. Yes. And y'all know I love me a good Brussels sprout. Yes. All right. The last one is a smoky garlic and rosemary. As somebody who loves garlic, I would probably put this on everything. Baby, when I tell you I would put this on my vegetables, I would put this on my meat, I would put this in a salad. When I tell you I would add this to everything, smoky garlic and rosemary, baby, that would be on everything. Everything. Baby, I'm always adding garlic. I have fresh garlic, garlic powder, garlic season. Listen, I love me some garlic. You taking these seasons on the cruise with you, like, oh, girl. Baby, Auntie Eva, I mean, not Auntie Eva, Auntie Kim, you probably had some, child. See, some of my garlic people, baby. I love me some garlic. I'm gonna post this. Y'all remind me, post this on the community wall. But this was McCormick. So you can probably find these online. They may or may not have them in your local grocery store. But I know the last time I ended up ordering, I just ordered them online. I didn't even try to find them. And I know I ordered 3. One is a garlic. It's not this one, but it's another one that had garlic in it. And then 2 of them were sweet. 2 of them were sugars and 1 was a salt. Ooh, sesame ginger and sweet potatoes. Chuck. That would be so good on some roasted potatoes. Yes. Yeah. Well, y'all been cutting up in this chat. Let me move on. Y'all cutting up. I'm not doing this with y'all in this chat. Y'all are cutting up. Ooh, let me keep going. What time is it? Okay, I'm keeping up with my time today, y'all. Hold on. All right, what else we got next, y'all? Because y'all cutting up. I'm not doing this with y'all. DC is officially getting a slutty vegan. They said that H Street is getting a slutty vegan. I mean, if you in the DC area, you know where H Street is. That's where I used to go to. My church used to be on H. Well, the church is still there. I just don't go there no more. Before they gentrified H Street and you could actually get parking. I stopped going over there when I couldn't find parking anymore. I'd be driving around missing half the damn service to get parking. And when I do finally find parking, I got to walk 3 or 4 blocks to get there. No, thank you. Now what I don't know is if this is a franchise. Y'all know that Slutty Vegan is now doing franchises, and they do have their first franchise. So I don't know if this is a franchise or if this is Pinky opening this one. What's up, cuz? You want that honey chipotle for your crock pot, your ribs? Ooh, that sounds good. So there's that. My cousin probably gonna be the first one in line. He gonna be over there. He'll be the first one in line to get him one. They say Blueface's music royalties have been seized to pay Soulja Boy's baby mama $123,000 after she won a defamation case. I'm okay with that. I think that couldn't happen to a better person because y'all know how I feel about Blueface, child. Y'all know how I feel about him. All right. For my Real Housewives of Beverly Hills people, I have a quick breakdown of what's not in Dorit Kemsley's book. Because here's what I'm not going to do. I already probably wasn't going to buy the book anyway and read it. But after reading this 11 things, I'm sorry, not 10 things, 11 things that it's the title of the article is 11 things that Dorit somehow forgot to put in her memoir. So for those of you that watch the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I'm going to go through these real quick for y'all, okay? The 11 things that she forgot, air quote, to put in her memoir. Number 1, it says that Unburdened is long on words, but short on the details of her life. Long on words, but short on details about her life. It says that Dorit has 2 entire siblings, but you wouldn't know it from the book. She mentions her brother once in passing and her sister never. Now, it's one thing if you're estranged from your brother and sister. I got you, cuz. I got you. It's one thing if you're not cool with your sister and brother, but to write a memoir and just omit their existence, that's a lie. It says the details on her and PK's finances are missing. The internet thinks they live in a financial house of cards, and Dorit seems unbothered by the allegations. So she at no point tries to clear up any rumors about how she makes her money, how he makes his money, yada, yada, yada. But Abby, here's the thing. She don't have to like her sister, but what I'm saying is if you're writing a memoir, you're talking about your life, you don't have to, you could just say, I don't F with that person. But if you're writing a book about your life and this person is a part of, like you have a sister, like you ain't even gotta give it the details. But I mean, I just feel like if you ain't gonna tell us about your life, then don't write a book about your life. I'm just saying. But anyway, they said that there's nothing in the book about where she worked, what her job was. They said the only thing she talks about is fashion. We don't know nothing about her, what she did, how she got, where she was. We don't have none of that. None of that. They said whatever happened to Beverly Beach? Her swimwear line gets one tiny mention, but we'll never know what happened. That was her whole storyline the first 3 seasons on the show, was Beverly Beach. I mean, if she didn't talk about Beverly Beach, I guess she didn't talk about them wedding dresses either, huh? I guess. She said that they said that she does not address that lady that chased her around the pool, demanding the $300,000 in the Bahamas. Now that I probably wouldn't tell y'all. I probably wouldn't tell y'all that. I ain't gonna tell y'all why that lady was chasing me around saying I owe her $300,000. I probably wouldn't tell y'all that either. She never talks about what happened to the rose gold Bentley. If you guys remember on her first season, her husband gifted her a rose gold Bentley. Its current whereabouts remain a mystery. I don't think they remain a mystery. I think most of us know what happened to the car. She doesn't include any actual details about Puppygate or Lisa Vanderpump. They said it is an entire chapter on Puppygate, but she does not add any new information, things we already know. Right, the lease was up. Like, it was a leased car. They took it back at the end of the lease. And hell, it might have been borrowed just so she could film in it for a couple of weeks and then take it back. Like, who knows? But it was beautiful. That rose gold Bentley was beautiful. Again, this was a major storyline. See, here's the thing. Dorit, at the end of the day, most of us only care, those of us who care, because I don't even care. But for the people who really care about who you are, most of us know you through Housewives. So we want to hear your point of view on the different things that have happened on the show as you being a housewife. These are major storylines of you being a housewife, yet you're not addressing any of them. So it really makes me wonder what the fuck is in the book. The name Garcelle Bouvet does not appear in the book at all. Mind you, she was your castmate for what? 5 seasons? 4 seasons? They said that she does not mention Garcelle at all in the book. Buca de Pepo, for those of you who remember She was redecorating the Buca de Beppo's that are now, I think all the Buca de Beppo's, I think, are closed now. But it says that she completely left this out of the book as well. So there's nothing in the book about Buca de Beppo. Again, a major storyline for her on the show. Dorit's signature charity, Homeless Not Toothless, is not mentioned in the book as well. Again, a major storyline. You had a whole fundraiser for this charity. She doesn't address being late for everything. I wouldn't expect her to. So listen, if you want to read the book, go read the book and y'all let me know. But I wasn't planning to read the book. But, there we go. There it is, honey. There it is. Okay. For those of you that are in the DC area, if you are in the DC area, I do want to make this announcement, and I will put this on my community wall as well. Israel Baptist Church is having a community food giveaway this Saturday, June the 20th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It says here that everyone is welcome while supplies last. So if you live in the DC area, if you know some people that could benefit from, or if it's you, because listen, grocery prices are high for everybody. It's Israel Baptist Church. It is on Saratoga Avenue, Northeast DC. The actual address is 1251 Saratoga Avenue, Northeast Washington DC. And again, it is from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. If you need the phone number, like if you want to call for information, the phone number is 202-269-0288. I'm going to say it again. 202-269-0288. So if you are in the DC area. Now, if you would like to volunteer and help out, they are going to be unloading the truck on I believe they said Friday evening. I believe they're going to be unloading the truck, but you can call that number. But they're going to be picking up the food from the Capital City Food Bank on, I believe Thursday morning. He said they're going to be picking it up, and then they're going to be unloading it. So maybe it's Thursday evening. They're going to be unloading the trucks, and then they're going to have to sort the food and stuff like that. So if you would like to volunteer, even if it's not your church, they're not going to turn nobody away that wants to volunteer and help them out. So again, by all means, especially the pastor said he needs some strong knees and some strong backs. Okay. He needs people that can pick up the boxes and pick up the things and carry the things. So if you would like to volunteer and help out, they're definitely looking for volunteers to help unload the trucks, help load the trucks, help unload the trucks, and then help sort the food so that when the people come through, they can just give them bags and it's already sorted or whatever. So again, I'm going to give y'all that phone number one more time. 202-269-0288. Okay. All right. And again, if you or somebody you know can benefit from the food giveaway, by all means, pass that information on. Okay. DC area, Saturday, 10 to 1, or while supplies last. So don't show up at 12:15 and then be mad if all they got left is, a couple of heads of lettuce. I don't know. Get there at 10 o'clock. Okay. All right. Oh, an update on Real Housewives of last night. We talked about this when we did our live. And remember, I told you guys I couldn't find any information on whether Kelly's neighbor got a permanent protective order. We saw that Kelly's neighbor got a 30-day protective order, which is probably why we all agreed, which is probably why Kelly had to move in such short notice, because her neighbor was able to get a protective order against her that was good for 30 days. They had to go back to court. And remember, I told you guys that I couldn't tell. The information I had didn't give me an update as to whether she was able to get a permanent protective order. Well, I was able to see. Well, it wasn't me. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't do it. The internet did it, child. They posted where yes, her neighbor was successful in getting a. Let me see how long. The court hearing. So there was a temporary protective order was granted in favor of the neighbor in September of 2025. Following a court hearing in October, the order was extended. Then in December, the court entered an amended 12-month stalking protective order. So it looks like Kelli probably had to move. And it looks like, I don't know what Kelli didn't do, what the neighbor did or didn't do, but the court said that the neighbor was the victim and Kelli was the perpetrator because the neighbor got a 1-year protective order against Kelli. So it sounds to me like that's why Kelli had to move. So Kelli, you weren't being totally truthful. According to the official court documents. Excuse me. Lord have mercy. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Wait a minute. It hurts at first says Dorit went to high school with the snotty podcaster David Yontiff in Connecticut. He talks about how everyone at that school had money and she's never struggled. Well, there's that. Thank y'all. Also, why Chester? You mean that boyfriend that she lying about having? Because he was too busy lying about them $70,000 teeth that he didn't really give her, child. All right. So, listen. I know that the headlines have been reading. What time is it? Okay, I'm good on time. I know that the headlines have been reading that Diddy won his lawsuit against Don Richard. That it was that the lawsuit got thrown out, and I think I put Don Lewis in the title. Lord, let me. Oh no, I just put Diddy lawsuit update. Not the crab leg I hear for myself. No, it was I swept real good, and I told you I swifted down. I think it was just probably like maybe a shell or something that was just on the floor somewhere, child. Diddy. Okay, so the majority of the lawsuit was thrown out, but one claim is still alive. So the headline that makes it seem like all of them. No, we didn't talk about Armon yet. The headline that makes it seem like that they talked about the headline that makes it seem like that they talked about that they threw the whole thing out is not necessarily accurate. Now, the article that I have, I don't have the actual lawsuit, but the article that I have says that everything was thrown out except for one count. So the lawsuit is still alive. So let me read y'all what it says here. It says that the case was dismissed with prejudice, but not entirely. It says that a federal judge tossed nearly all of Don Richards' lawsuit against Diddy, ruling that most claims were filed too late. It's one of the biggest courtroom wins Diddy has scored since. Yeah. Okay. So what it says was, hold on. The judge said that it was too late. He said that the statute of limitations was a problem, but he dismissed them with prejudice. The one claim that does survive, though, is the copyright-related claim over unpaid royalties. He dismissed it without prejudice. So let me retract. The case was dismissed, but this is the one that he dismissed without prejudice. So she can still file this but she has to file it in New York State. It's not a federal claim. So the judge is saying you need to refile that on the New York State. But everything else the judge said, and again, the judge just said, girl, you waited too long. The statute of limitations has expired. That's what he said. That's what he said. A little bit of an update, and then we're gonna talk about this Kai Cenat Armon Wiggins situation. A little bit of an update. Real Housewives of New Jersey. We know that Melania was arrested on a DV case. The rumor was that her family actually called the police on her. There was some sort of argument or something that happened, and the family actually called the police because she was unruly. Yada yada yada. Well, today, some court documents were obtained by TMZ. Hold on. And TMZ said that according to the court documents that they were able to pull, it looks like the person that she actually assaulted was the police officer who showed up. Baby, they said the police officer listed himself as the victim on the paperwork. That's what they said. They said based on the court documents that they were able to obtain. So what it sounds like happened was there was some sort of fight or something. Maybe they couldn't get her to calm down. Maybe she was out of control. Not sure. But allegedly, I guess they called the police, and when the police showed up, I guess she decided to assault the police officer that showed up to get her to calm down. Can I tell y'all something? That sound like some drunk ass white people shit. And some privileged shit. Because how your own family called the police on you, you assault the police officer, and not only did it not end up on the news, you went home. They didn't say nothing about you spending the night in jail. Nobody doesn't say nothing. I didn't read when nobody had to post her bond. I mean, hello? That is some old privileged ass drunk white people shit. The police, it sounded like the police were called because her ass was out of control. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like she was out of control. Because I doubt that her family would have called the police on her if they had another option. It sounds like she was cutting up. Oh boy. All right. Well, let's get into this. All right. It's 273 of y'all in here. We about to talk about Armon Wiggins and Kai Cenat. If y'all could please, if you have not done so already, please hit that like button. Please and thank you. Hit that like button. Can my mods do me a favor and drop the Discord link? We are in the Discord, child. We are in the Discord, okay? Drop the Discord link, and I talked to Royal Caribbean today for Tribe Bowl 2.0. For Tribe Bowl 2.0, we officially have 32 rooms booked. So we probably have, I didn't count the names, but we probably have 50 people going on Tribe Bowl 2.0. So I am excited. Y'all know that Cruiser gave us a goal. And our goal is 50 cabins. So we're not done. You have until November the 28th to book. If you still want to go on the cruise, you interested in going on the cruise, you still have until November the 28th to pay it in full. Okay? So let me know. If you interested in going, let me know. All right? Okay. Books and Bourbon, I'm going to drop that link. If you are interested in coming to Books and Bourbon, please fill out the link. Please book your hotel room. When I checked on Friday, we only had 2 rooms left. We only had 2 rooms left. So I need to know whether I need to call the hotel and get them to add some rooms to our booking. So let me know. So I can call tomorrow if you are planning on going, but you couldn't get a room at the rate. Now you could probably still get a room, but at our rate. Let me know so I can call the lady tomorrow and see if she can add some more rooms. I was told that we can add rooms, but probably we need to do that sooner rather than later. That's the link for Books and Bourbon. If you need a room, reach out to me on Instagram or email or what have you and let me know. Excuse me. Also, y'all know that we have Abby's birthday. Again, I'll give you guys the link for that. I have to give y'all the update on the rooms because nobody's paid a deposit yet. So once the deposits are paid, I will lock in your room. And remember, spaces at the actual house are limited. We can't have 50,000 people staying at the house, but you can stay at a hotel, or if you live in the area. If you live in the Charlotte area, by all means, y'all can just drive down and hang out with us for the day. If you're staying at the house, it's $400 for the weekend. If you are staying at the house, it's $400 for the weekend. That's the link for Abby's birthday. If you, and that includes your room, food, the chef catered meal, snacks, and all that kind of stuff for the weekend. And if you are just coming through to celebrate Abby's birthday on that Saturday, we're just asking for $75. That goes towards the chef, that goes towards the snacks that will be provided and things of that nature. So let me know. $100 deposit to hold your room is due by the end of June. And then by the end of August, I need everything. I need the $75 if you're just staying for the day, or the full $400 if you stay in the whole weekend. Okay, just so we know and we can get everything locked in. All right. With that being said, let's get into this Kai Cenat, Armon Wiggins of it all. So for those who do not know who Kai Cenat or Armon Wiggins are, Kai Cenat is a streamer, right? He's made a lot of money streaming, and he's kind of stepped away the last couple of months. I think he's working on a clothing line. I think he has his own clothing line that he's working on, so he's kind of stepped away for the last couple of months. But he does this streamer university situation where basically it's a master class, I guess, where he's going to teach people the tricks of the trade. So the people, it's a creator boot camp. I'm reading y'all the definition. It's a creator boot camp event started by Twitch streamer Kai Cenat. It's not a traditional college. It's set up like a fun university experience where selected streamers and aspiring creators come together to learn about content creation, live streaming, branding, networking, and entertainment. He did the first one in 2025, and so this weekend he took applications. And he did them this weekend. So Armon Wiggins applied this weekend. It's called Vivette. Okay. Armon Wiggins applied this weekend. And so, he streamed it. He took videos and all of those things. The video went viral of basically Kai Cenat telling Armon he was too old. Now, Kai Cenat said that he did not tell Armon Wiggins that he was too old. Wait a minute. Hold on. Armon did a whole live on his channel, and he showed the video. And again, the footage has gone viral. Xavier said he was too old to be messy. I felt like he told him he was too old to be gossiping or having a gossip channel. I think that's what he was trying to say. How are you too old to learn? So, according to this, it says, from the clips or the posts that are circulating, Kai appeared to say that Armon was too focused on gossiping and blogging, messy, and not the type of creator he wanted for his streamer university environment. Several social media posts summarized Kai's reasoning as Armon being too much of a gossip personality and too old, not aligned with the student vibe for the event. This is what I'm going to say about this. I have opinions on both sides. So here's my opinion on the Kai Cenat side of it. I think Armon, here's the thing. I was looking at this. Y'all may have heard this story before. How do you make payments on the cruise? Which cruise, Kenneth? The Tribe 2.0 cruise in February. You call that number. Hold on, I'll put it up on the screen. You call that number, you give them the group number, and you just tell them you want to make a payment. For the Alaska cruise, you click the link that you booked under. You click that link and you make the payment through that link, and then I will apply it. So it depends on which cruise you're talking about. I'll put it up on the screen so you can get the number and the group name and everything if you don't have it in your notes. Okay, so there's a story, and let me keep up with my time. Okay, I'm good on time. There's a story where Dave Chappelle talks about when he went to Atlanta to hang out with T.I. And he said T.I. picked him up from the airport. He was driving this, Bentley, like this purple Bentley. There it is right there, Tribal 2.0. You can take a screenshot of that if you need to, Kenneth, because I know that writing is a little small. But you call that 800 number. You give them the group number, that 9923946 number, and you give them your name and just tell them you want to make a payment. No, you can't do it on the app. Yeah, you can't do it on the app. I know. I wish that's one thing that Virgin does have over Carnival, is that you can go on the app and you can make a payment. But yeah. So okay. So hold on. So Dave Chappelle, let me take this off the screen. So Kenneth, if you didn't get it, let me know. I'll send it. I can text it to you. But so Dave Chappelle was talking about, again, they were driving around Atlanta. They had this purple, Bentley, blah, blah, blah. And so he said they stopped at a light and these water boys came out, right? Y'all know the guys that come out and try to sell you water, the little kids, they try to sell you the water, especially when it's hot outside. They want to clean your windshield and all that stuff. So T.I., sorry, y'all, lost my train of thought. T.I., when the kids, they stopped at the light and the kids realized, oh my gosh, it's T.I., it's T.I., it's T.I. Dave Chappelle was saying that T.I. was like, all right, let me get y'all, hold on now. First of all, y'all need to make sure that y'all are polite. When y'all approach people's cars, make sure y'all are polite. You say, yes, ma'am. You say, no, ma'am. He said, second of all, make sure you keep that condensation on that water. So when you walk up to the car, it look nice and cold and refreshing and make people want to buy it. He said, and excuse me. He said, he gave him like 3 tips, right? He gave him like 3 tips or whatever. But one was make the water look refreshing, keep the condensation on the water. Always be polite when you walk up to people's cars. Say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You be polite, and have your price point set. I guess I don't know. I'm making that part up because I don't remember the third one. But it was like he gave him 3 tips. He gave him 3 really good tips, right? And so after he gave him these tips, they were like, "Oh man, thank you so much." And then they were standing there like they was waiting for him to give him some money or waiting for them to buy some water. He was like, "What y'all waiting for? I just told y'all the game. Like, go on out there and sell some damn water. I just gave y'all the game." I feel like that's kind of what was happening with Kai Cenat, right? If you look at that clip, Armon Wiggins, you have to fill out paperwork. They know who you are. So the minute he walked in the door, they went through the whole back and forth, Kai Cenat, boom, boom, boom. And then Kai Cenat said, "You ain't been live in a month. You ain't gone live in a month." Armon Wiggins was like, "What you mean?" He was like, it ain't been a month. I've been live. What you mean? And Armon Wiggins, when he was doing his commentary, he was like, they had me pulled up quick. Let me tell y'all something. And I know people can feel how they feel about Kai Cenat. But this young man did not. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Ooh, I'll have to play my commercial. Give me a second. I got to play my commercial. That's the wrong thing, baby. That's not the commercial. Hold on. I'll be right back. Look at Mims and drop down being messy. So let me get back to it. So there's no doubt in my mind that the minute Armon Wiggins put in an application, that Kai Cenat and his team knew exactly who the hell Armon Wiggins was. When he went into the room, he said he made it past the first round and he went into the second round, which is when he actually met Kai Cenat. You think Armon had the nerve to say, "I was surprised that they had me pulled up quick." Sir, they already had you pulled up before you walked in the room. They had already looked through your whole channel before you walked in the room. You think that Kai Cenat didn't know who Armon Wiggins was? And if Kai Cenat didn't, his team, you think his team didn't Google you? I'm sure you had to put on the application what channels you're on and how many subscribers you have. Like I'm pretty certain that was part of the application process. So for you to walk in that room and think that they hadn't done their due diligence, that tells me that you already coming in with a level of being naive to the situation, right? Now, at the end of the day, is Kai Cenat creating content? Yes, he's creating content. So, of course, he's going to be loud. Like, they were kind of yelling at Armon, and they were being loud with him and stuff like that. But when they said, "Well, how old are you?" and he said 38, they were like, "Damn, 38. Oh, my God, 38. And they said, "Well, what kind of content do you do?" And he was like, "Well, I do like celebrity news and this, that, and the other." So here's the thing. You don't just do celebrity news, Armon. You do messy celebrity news. You do. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Like, that's your lane. Be in your lane. But you do a lot of and let's be clear, you aren't as consistent as you used to be. So I feel like Kai Cenat was giving you the game Even though he didn't necessarily want to use you for his university, maybe, you know, whatever. But I feel like he was giving you the game. Do you not understand that this man put you in the room? And you heard Armon ask the guy, he was like, he told him, I'm live. Is that okay? And the guy was like, nah, do your thing. So they let you stream it. They let you do the content. They let you be live while you were going through your whole audition process. Casanat gave you the viral moment. Whether they intended to use you for the show or not, which I doubt they were planning to use you, but he gave you the viral moment. He allowed you to come in the room, stream it, go live. Boom, there's your content. Then, when the first question he asked you, or the first statement, he wasn't a question, it was a statement. What he was telling you was, you need to work harder. He says, you ain't been live in a month. You're coming in here, you're wanting me to help you. And the first thing he said to you was, you got to work harder. And instead of hearing it, you fighting with him. It ain't been a month. He said, I'm looking at your page. It says the last time you went live was on. And then when he said the date, it was over a week ago. So a month was probably an exaggeration. But it had been over a week since Armon had gone live. I don't think Kai Cenat was telling you couldn't do celebrity news. I think what Kai Cenat was saying was the type of celebrity news that you're doing may not be garnering you what it is that you're looking for. Let me say this about Armon Wiggins, in my opinion. So let me say, so the Kai Cenat side of it, do I think that Kai Cenat was using him for content? Absolutely. Do I think that Kai Cenat brought him in that room just to make a moment? Sure, I absolutely believe he did. But Armon, you were supposed to take that moment and make lemonades. Now you are to a certain extent, but here's my issue with Armon Wiggins, and I'm sure he could care less about my opinion. Don't know who I am, and that's fine too. But here's my issue with Armon Wiggins. You don't capitalize on your opportunities, and then when you don't capitalize on your opportunities, they become everybody else's fault. As I was listening to his video, and I cut it off because I had to go live, but I was listening to it while I was getting ready to go live, so I could just hear, what happened from Armon's perspective. He starts going off on a tangent about how nobody pays attention to him until he fails. Nobody paid attention to me during the Diddy trial until the baby oil moment. That's not true. We were all paying attention to Armon Wiggins during the Diddy trial. Armon was the winner of the Diddy trial as it relates to social media. Armon had memes. How many people did Armon have on average in his chat during the Diddy trial? You were the winner of the Diddy trial as it relates to social media content. You picked up, I don't know how many subscribers, and I know you made good money. I don't know what numbers you made, but baby, I know you made some good money. You came out of the Diddy trial and decided to dance around in some baby oil, but it's everybody else. 26,000. Thank you, ma'ams. On average, you were getting 26,000 people in your chat every night during the Diddy trial. The Diddy trial lasted a month, maybe longer. I don't remember the exact dates now, but so you were getting between 20 to 30,000 people in your chat just to hear you give your recap. What the fuck do you mean nobody was paying attention to you until you was dancing around with the baby oil? No, that's when people said, damn. That's when people was like, damn. I refuse to believe that prior to the baby oil moment, people weren't reaching out to you to do brand deals, and people weren't reaching out to you to collaborate, and people weren't like you were on major news networks. The TGIF situation. Now, to be fair, TGIF was already on a downward decline when you got added to the show. But Fucky Dineva gave you one piece of advice. One piece of advice. When you got hired, he gave you one piece of advice, and you did the exact fucking opposite of what he told you to do. He told you stay the fuck out of Claudia and Al Reynolds and like stay out of the mess. They got their own shit going on. Don't get caught up in it. And what did you do? What did you do? You went down there and you got all tangled up in that bullshit and you lasted less than a month. Armon Wiggins, he has the mentality that the young folk have these days, that he thinks everything is kissing ass. Like he doesn't understand the nuances of just being, playing the game and being respectful. You had a great relationship with Cardi B. You fucked it up. You had a great relationship with Jason Lee. You fucked it up. Like, you've been in the room, Armon. You've been in these spaces. And I'm not saying you have to kiss people's ass, but what you do have to do is acknowledge that you're getting in these spaces and you have to respect how you got there if you want to continue to elevate. That doesn't mean you have to kiss people's ass. I'm not saying you got to kiss Cardi B's ass or kiss Jason Lee's ass, but at the end of the day, you have burnt these bridges for what? Jason Lee was trying to get you to go over to Bigo. Okay, Bigo may not have been your thing. It may not have been for you, but you turned it into a whole viral moment that lasted what? I mean, you might have made some good money, some good views off of going after Jason Lee. It might have lasted a couple of weeks, but okay, fast forward 3 years later, Jason Lee's on BET now. He's got a whole fucking show on BET. You might have been able to be an executive producer on that show. You might have been able to be a showrunner on that show. Like, there may have been an opportunity for you on that show. Don't know. And we never will now. Cardi B invited you to her birthday party. You was a VIP guest at her birthday party. Again, I don't know. I really don't remember. Well, I do know kind of what happened with you and Cardi B. You can give your opinion and you don't have to agree with everything Cardi B says, but you can do it. You can do it in a way that does not alienate people. If you want to cover Cardi B and you want to say, hey, I didn't agree with what Cardi B said, I didn't agree with what Cardi B did, you don't have to do it in a place that makes Cardi B say, fuck you. Bigos for streamers, it may not have been good experience, even though it's lowbrow and trash. But that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody said you had to do it, but the way you chose to respond is like, because I remember that when he went live with Jason Lee, but I also remember when him and Jason Lee were cool. Jason Lee I remember watching a live when he was cussing out Tasha K when Tasha K first got sued. This was, so just to let you know how long ago it was. This was like in the early days of the Tasha K Cardi B lawsuit. Like, I don't even know. It was like in the early days of the lawsuit. And Armon did a live and he was, I got to get ready to get off here, y'all. He was basically cussing out, Tasha K. Jason Lee was in the chat. And I promise y'all, Jason Lee probably dropped about $3,000 in super chats on Armon Wiggins during that one live. He was just dropping $500 super chats, $500 super chats. Like, the whole board was lit up and it was Jason Lee dropping money. And the board was red and purple. And for those that know, y'all know a purple cash app. Super chat, purple is that pink or purple is $50 or more, and red is $100 or more. I think, Armon, that you get these opportunities because again, I feel like you get these opportunities and I don't think you maximize the opportunities. And I think that you feel like playing the game means that you a bitch and that you selling out. But playing the game is playing the game. Now, I saw what you said earlier, ma'ams, about Kai Cenat and the comments he made about Black culture. I forgot about that, if I'm being honest. I forgot he had said that. I mean, again, I don't know much about Kai Cenat other than the clips that go viral, the clips that go viral with him and Kevin Hart and Drewski and shit like that. I really don't know nothing about the boy. But I just feel like if you applied, you went out there, were you going out there to actually try to get content? Or, I mean, were you serious or were you just trying to get content too? Did Jason send super chats? No, he didn't. Right. Light up my boy, Jason Lee. Shit. But anyway, y'all, I got to get ready to go. It's the Whether You Like It or Not panel. We're going to be on JoJo's channel. Meet me over there. We're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They are already on the link, so let me get over there before they be cussing me out. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.